I'm feeling particularly good this morning. I figured what better way than to reduce my mental sanity than by casting some viewer-submitted games. Now, what I've got for you today... Our first game here is an unranked Zerg versus Zerg. Why are we sending out a drone? That makes no sense in this matchup. Playing right here with the blue Zerg pieces, we have none other than Captain Awesome. His opponent in the opposite corner, he goes by the name of Fitzroy. What are we doing, Fitzroy? So that's not your natural. Okay, well, we're gonna build a hatchery here regardless. Pool first from Captain Awesome, which is already about 10 times better than what Fitzroy is doing. You can go for a Spinecrawler rush or a Zergling cheese or something along those lines. We have seen guys like, even for example, Serral go for proxy Spinecrawlers as of late. It's technically a build order, but you always go for a spawning pool. There is a spawning pool coming up right now, but this is essentially a fast expansion here from Fitzroy in his opponent's base. Now, okay, I do believe that Captain Awesome, yeah, he must have seen that. So he just... Rather than saving up a bunch of resources to shut this down, I guess he had the money for it. Yeah, he's gonna delay his queen, make a bunch of links, and then eventually expand behind this too. Okay. Now, I don't know what rank these players are. On the loading screen, neither of them was actually in a StarCraft 2 league. So either they're both just playing unranked, which is fair enough, or I guess they're doing their placement matches, judging by the way they're playing so far. I mean, other than this hatchery on the other side of the map, I guess that both of them are at least decently good at the game, because the money spending here is not bad. What in the world have we done? Okay, we've sent drones across. That's never going to work! Oh, God. It hurts. It hurts so bad. Zerglings are coming up over here for Fitzroy. He did get some of his money back from those Spinecrawlers that he lost. Queen is gonna pop as well relatively soon. I hate everything about this proxy hatchery. It's so bad. Oh, where's the follow-up, dude? Where we have a... Okay, sorry, I'm just commentating today in action noises only. The hatchery lives. Here comes the Spinecrawler, quick! Brenda has been saving up energy over here. She's gonna have a transfusion available in 5, 4, 3... Okay, no targeting with the spine. 1, transfuse. Brenda! Yes! Okay, now what? Still don't know what this proxy hatchery was for. Ooh, would you look at that? She's stuck. Brenda, stuck. Sorry, I had to point that out. Now suddenly... Don't tell me this works. Now suddenly, Captain Awesome is losing a lot of workers. What a disaster of a build from Fitzroy, but somehow, some way, he's made it work. That being said though, he doesn't know about the base, right? No, he does know about the base. The Overlord's here as well. I was gonna say, maybe he thinks that the opponent is still now stuck on one expansion. Or I guess one base in total, no expansion at all. Karen over here popping out of that hatchery too, getting quite a bit of work done. Mostly tanking a lot of damage, I suppose. A new Spinecrawler was made by Captain Awesome, but Captain Awesome is starting to feel the heat of this game. So, previously, both of them were doing a pretty good job spending their resources, but right now you can see that the minerals are starting to stack up a bit. At least when I started that entire sentence, Captain Awesome was at like 500 minerals there. Expansion taken in the meantime at home, and Fitzroy has started droning. Right. Now, I would like to say that this is a perfect moment, I think, to point out that if you have an insane game of StarCraft 2 that you've recently played yourself, you can attach the replay to replays at LowkoTV. Just email me and maybe I'll be making fun of your game here in the future. Please only submit the craziest games though, because those are definitely my personal favorites. Sometimes we get like really good macro games of like Platinum League Zerg versus Terran, but then it's still Platinum League Zerg versus Terran, you know, like it's fun, don't get me wrong, but I think if it, comes to normal StarCraft 2, a lot of people would just simply prefer watching the pro players compete against one another instead. So with the viewer submitted games, it seems like the crazy build orders They do seem to get at least a little bit more attention. Anyways, Roachworn coming up right now for our player in red. This is, yeah, I guess scouted here by Captain Awesome, who decides to sacrifice his overlord as Lily over here. There she is. Going to town. Getting rid of all of that. Should we not be attacking this? Fitzroy, should we, I know you've attached to the, he's grown very attached to this base. Should we not be attacking that hatchery over here, though? Because we have those Zorklings. You've seen the creep. Maybe he doesn't realize it. I think what he wants to do is leave these Zerglings here on the low ground. No. This is not gonna work, buddy. Oh, God. No, Karen, what are you doing? Well, at least Margaret got her, I'm running out of boomer names. She got her a transfusion. Where did that overlord come from, Fitzroy? You've seen the creep. He doesn't know. Like, he's seen, but he doesn't know. This is a man with a lot of vision who's very blind. Where did that drone come from, Fitzroy? Come on, Fitzroy. I can almost see the gears turning inside of Lily's head over. No, this is Lily. Sorry, Margaret and Karen's head over here. Who's this? Gertrude, how are you? How are you doing today? Good to see you here as well in the video. Yeah, he's just gonna keep expanding. So, Captain Awesome, what about we make a bunch of units that can maybe shut all of this down? I mean, it's gonna get harder over time. We're now talking 5 spine crawlers. Fitzroy is way too attached to this base, but I think he's gonna be able to keep it alive, at least for the foreseeable future. Lily has forgotten to inject his base in a while, because obviously both of these players are managing loads of different separate bases at the same time. Looks easy when the pro gamers are doing it, but it turns out it's rather complex when you're not quite used to, yeah, playing what seems to be almost like 3 separate games at the same time. This actually is becoming a bit of an issue right now, though, for Captain Awesome. I mean, it's already been an issue for a while. I still think he's in a good spot, but breaking out of this position is going to be very tough. There's a very good chance as well that he is going to try and break out of it. Obviously, he could go for like a Nidus Worm towards the other side of the map. He's got Ovies. He could go into Mutalisks as well and just ignore this base altogether. But one thing I've found over the years with casting viewer-submitted replays is that players get very attached to structures that aren't supposed to be on their side of the map. I very fondly remember I think this was a Protoss versus Protoss, where one of the Protoss players just put down a bunch of photon cannons in a random location in the middle of the map. So say it's this map, it wasn't this map obviously because it's years and years and years ago. There were just a bunch of photon cannons right over here. And for some reason, the opponent took offense to that, even though there were about 17 ways in which he could have run around and killed the opponent's base for essentially free, because there was nothing for base defense. For some reason, the structures that were built on their side of the map needed to be addressed first. So I think Captain Awesome is going to try and break out of this. In the meantime, by the way, ooh, sorry, can we see that again? That was funky. I think that was about at 8 minutes and 10 seconds or so. One of those drones floated to the surface. It's a drone trampoline. Sorry, what? I feel like there's a little bit of randomness in these replays sometimes. So here's drone number 1. Here comes drone number 2. When he returns... Woo! Okay, never seen that before. Yeah. Fantastic. So Fitzroy. Yeah, Fitzroy's going into a Spire. I think it's a good choice. Generally speaking, well, it would have been an amazing choice if Fitzroy realized that he was playing against a Zerg here with multiple bases, right? Like, at this point, I'm still a little hesitant. One thing that Captain Awesome can do is just attack move straight towards the other side of the map. 6 of these mutas are gonna have a pretty hard time dealing with a proper Roach timing attack. Captain Awesome does have a lot more workers mining resources for him right now, so over time, his army should be able to outgrow. And technically speaking, it doesn't currently have units that can kill mutas, other than, I guess, the queens. The problem here is that mutas take a long time killing roaches, especially once the +1 carapace upgrade finishes up. Those mutas are essentially like sentries trying to kill anything, you know? They're like High Templar, kind of. Please move with the mutas, though. There is a timing window right now for Fitzroy. He could go on attack right now and get a lot of damage done because there's not a lot of mutas yet. Or, sorry, yeah, there's not a lot of roaches yet. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so... That's not gonna happen, man. We're gonna need a lot more if you want to break out of that base. I would love to see production over here. Pure roach, straight across the map, kill your opponent's natural and main, and then go from there. Okay, instead of that though, he wants to kill this expansion, so he decides to go for a spire of his own. +1 air weapons now researching here for Fitzroy, who's decided that he only wants to make mutas. Now, he's actually getting way too much gas income here to be, yeah, in sync with his mineral income. So currently we're mining 6 gas geysers off of only 32 drones in total, with, well, 13 drones on 4 mineral fields in the main base. He's actually gonna get way too much gas. Yeah, look at this. So for every minute that goes by, he's getting about 1,000 gas and he's getting about 600 minerals. That does not line up at all. One corruptor comes up. If Fitzroy wants to make corruptors, he's in a world of trouble. He's never gonna be able to make use of that. I think that's a misclick though. I don't see why you would want to make corruptors here. I also don't see why he wants to sit back. What league do you think these players are in? We get to play a little bit of a rank roulette while I'm casting this as well, I guess. I don't know what league these guys are in. I will not be able to give you confirmation either, but judging by the gameplay... Look, early on, I think it was clear that these guys were actually pretty fast. However, the micro was a bit shaky. The players did not do an amazing job controlling their units, but a decent enough one. However, then, this passivity... The fact that his opponent, yeah, has to deal with this expansion over here is really weird. I think this is probably, I'm gonna say, somewhere in high gold at the moment. Maybe even low platinum, but I'm not 100% sure. Captain Awesome has a lot of units available right now. So he's effectively going for a +1/+1 roach speed timing attack. It's just a really poorly executed one, but that's because he's in so much trouble. Please send these units in now, because these mutas are not gonna be able to stop. Or they're not going to be able to, like, stop these roaches very quickly, especially if they fly back home. Oftentimes, the best defense is the offense, Captain Awesome. Go, 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 go. What are we looking at right now? He's making corruptors of his own. Go! Please, Captain Awesome. There you go. My God. You know, it's getting painful when I start begging the players. Alright. So this may actually cause a very strange base race, because these roaches and zerglings are going to be able to kill the natural as well as the main base, unless Fitzroy flies back home. Oh, wait, whoa, hold up. Was this the grand evacuation? Sorry, I was looking at these units, so this is right before, yeah, he decided to engage the natural. At least that's where I backed up to. I think the queens and the roaches decide to run by all of this. Oh, no. I mean, it's probably the best choice, because they were gonna die. Somehow all the queens made it out? Alright, well, none of it's up to Gertrude over here. Corruptors right now trying to zone all of this away. Mutas with +1 air weapons, though, will actually win this fight, I think. It's hard to say. I think there's a little bit of over-micro going on here. Yeah, don't micro all too much, man. Just attack move on the other side. Go, 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 go. Keep going. You can actually contain your opponent, I think, here, as Captain Awesome. Onto your natural. Like, you can kind of... This may actually turn into, like, the only base that Fitzroy has if Captain Awesome wakes up and, like, starts microing some of his units again. There's still 4 corruptors remaining? Yeah, not bad. Can we please attack? Captain Awesome, what's the APM at? Okay, you know what? I'm knocking it back down a league. Yeah, I was thinking low platinum, no longer the case. We're gonna go all the way down to gold 2, gold 3. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's hard to say, man. Very hard to say. Unless the players let us know in the comment section, I don't think we're gonna know. But let me know what your guess is as far as the ranking of these players go down below in the description. Or sorry, not in the description, in the comment section of this video. Okay, so the spire is gone. Fitzroy did get rid of most of the roaches, but the roaches have tunneling claws together with burrow. So that tech progression does make sense here from Captain Awesome. It's just pretty bad. Transfuse? Hey, nice. Yeah, see? I feel like your average Silver League player doesn't know that transfusion is an ability, or at the very least, they would not be hitting any of them, you know what I mean? Maybe that's me being rude, I don't know. At least Fitzroy has got a lot of gas. If he can slowly deplete his gas bank, and hypothetically speaking, add like another 20 mutas to the mix, I think this is actually quite the playable game for him, but he needs to win with the units that he's got, right? Like, he's not going to be able to really play a macro game anymore. That being said, Captain Awesome did lose a lot too. He's deciding to target fire down the Corruptors. That's not what we need to do. No, the mutant numbers are too big, man. Yeah, you've overextended here with the Corruptors. I actually like the Corruptor choice here, though, from Captain Awesome. Like, strategically, it is smart. But I can also imagine that there's not a whole lot of practice playing Corruptors against Mutas, you know? Because it's one of these weird scenarios. You should not be that aggressive with Corruptors against a Muta player. Because, yeah, when there are enough Mutas out, like we see right now, Fitzroy is still going to be able to overwhelm this. I think ultimately Fitzroy is in a really good spot to now win this game. He doesn't have a counter against Burrow. So those drones are actually just underground right now. We should really see a Corruptor here. Or sorry, not a Corruptor, an Overseer here for Fitzroy. I say that. This Zergling counterattack can deal a lot of damage. Keep in mind that the win condition in a game of StarCraft 2 is to destroy all of your opponent's structures. Oh, look at Brenda over here transfusing. It's the reincarnation of Brenda. These structures, of course, though, in the natural of Captain Awesome, do count as structures. Because, believe it or not, they're structures. I know, crazy idea. So, Fitzroy is gonna lose, I think, every single one of these buildings at home. There's still a couple roaches here on lunch break, fair enough. He's not gonna be able to go back home and stop this from happening. Nah, he's gonna try, but I mean, it's never gonna happen. Queens over here trying their very best. Transfuse each other, ladies. Boom, boom. Never mind. Both of them died instead. A horrible and gruesome death. Alright, so now all that Captain Awesome needs to do, when I say all that he needs to do, it's kind of a lot, is kill all of this. That's the only outpost that Fitzroy currently has. Fitzroy with... No, I think he's still screwed. Yeah, there's really no way that Captain Awesome can win this, right? He needs to kill the Mutalisks, and at this point, there's no way for him to kill the Mutalisks. On top of that, nah, he needs to kill these Spine Crawlers, but these... No, Captain Awesome. That ain't it. I mean, we can kill the Queens, but at the cost of, like, what, 30 Zerglings? I don't think that was quite worthwhile. Fitzroy's actually still mining over here. He's now up to 2,700 gas. A little bit more than he ultimately needs. I would love to see these tunneled roaches over here in the back, because there's still no detection. And at this point, Fitzroy is also going to be unable... maybe that's actually a saving grace. Yeah, he's unable here to make a Overseer. You need a lair in order to make an Overseer, and that means that Fitzroy is not going to be able to detect any of these units. Spore Crawlers are coming up. Captain Awesome, somehow, some way, managed to sneak out 4 additional spores, and I guess that's because the tech is over here still alive. With the spawning pool inside of the main base, I mean, it's currently being worked away on ever so slowly. Fitzroy is not denying any Spore Crawlers yet. What is the move here, though, for Captain Awesome? I'm thinking... remake the spawning pool, make mass Spine Crawler, Spore Crawler, and a tech move into your own natural expansion, and then burrow all of those structures over here. You would need, I think, 7 Spine Crawlers or so, and maybe like 5 Spores. There's still a couple Spines here in the main. I don't think they're going to be able to achieve too much, but considering he's got 1,400 minerals in the bank, I think it's actually manageable here for Captain Awesome. Maybe I'm getting a little caught up right here in the game, though. Keep in mind that the Spire is also gone for Fitzroy, so he can't actually make more Mutas. I think I may have mentioned earlier that he should have made more Mutas, but obviously he needs a Spire in order to do that. So he's actually a long while away from getting back up to Muta Tech. I don't think he really has another choice. He should really pull out of here and just make the lair and then do everything else. Here come the roaches. Okay. This game, by the way, is 18 minutes long already. We haven't even gotten past the early game, it feels like, man, but this is a very extended mid-game. An early mid-game, to say the least. Hello? Mutas? Mutas? What are you guys doing? Oh, no. What? Can we maybe move a Spine Crawler? What? How are these 2 roaches killing everything? That's the last drone. Yeah, now the Mutas are coming back. Ay, ay, ay. Fitzroy decided to take a little nap in the middle of this game. In the meantime, by the way, Captain Awesome is up to 2,000 minerals. He makes 5 Overlords after he's already got up to 150 supply. I don't know what he's thinking. What he should do is make a spawning pool, right? Just make a spawning pool. Oh no, Fitzroy! Fitzroy's going in for the finisher move. Does he have enough to win the game? He is the one aggressive with the spine crawlers instead. And keep in mind, at this point, there's really nothing available other than a bunch of drones and queens. Spine crawlers taking a little while, though, to find a location where they can burrow. Ultimately, that's still 4 spine crawlers, and I don't think that there is enough right here for Captain Awesome to shut this down. He doesn't have any unit production. Then again, though, that is a lot of drones. They only deal a couple damage points for every single hit, but that is a lot of drones. Oh, no. Is this enough? Where's the Mutalisks? What is going on, Fitzroy? Did we... Okay. Well, they were tasked with killing 1 roach, okay? And an overlord and a half, so that's it. Look at them, dude. Captain Awesome is looking at this. He's like, yeah, no, I have enough. I'm confident in the power of these drones. I'll make a spawning pool. I'll laugh in the face of danger, and I'll show my opponent for no apparent reason. We could have at least used the mutas over here to zone out against a couple of those drones. I think he would have won it. Okay, the piggy bank of Fitzroy has been smashed. He still has 150 minerals in the bank, but that's about it. But he is remaking workers. Okay. I think you still return the spine crawler attack. Yeah, I think my suggestion of earlier is actually still not a bad choice. Like a spine spore crawler attack. I think it would do quite well. At this point, though, the mutant numbers are very low. It's only 6. Oh, transfuse? No, we don't have transfusion. Fly away, fly away, fly. What? Okay. For some reason, we decided not to fly away. What are we gonna use the spawning pool for here? Captain Awesome could just make a big round of Zerglings. Oh, yeah, especially with only 2 mutas remaining. I think that is the right call. I was thinking there were actually still more mutas available in the sky, but that's -1 muta once again. Here come the Zerglings. It's Captain Awesome who wins this game. Living up to his nickname. What a match. This is actually so sick. This is one of the reasons why I love casting viewer-submitted replays. Because these are incredibly hard to predict. Right? Like with a lot of pro games, by like minute 18, I think it's pretty clear who ends up winning it. At least if you have some experience. There's still 1 muta, by the way. All of these structures are, yeah, oh, no, no way, Fitzroy. They are bleeding out. I think that's it. There's only a couple structures remaining right here for Fitzroy. GG, well played is cold. And it's indeed Captain Awesome who obtains the victory. One more? Let's do one more. We find ourselves on the map Equilibrium. It's a Protoss versus Protoss between a player in Silver League and a player in Gold. Spawning right here in the top left-hand corner, we have Le Bonnet, our Silver League hero, and his opponent, playing in Gold, we have Vincent. Alright, let's see. What are we gonna do here? This must be a game from the European server, right? Le Bonnet? Le Bonnet? I don't even know what a bonnet is. Wait, isn't that like one of those funny hats? Anyways, Vincent over here. Known for his paintings. He likes to paint the map with photon cannons, I guess. As we... Sorry, what? Did these... Did these probes just kiss? Did they like make out for like 10 seconds? What just happened here, Vincent? Le Bonnet, do you wanna talk about it? What? No way! They spent so much time making out in the middle of the map. Jeez. I gotta flag this video for 18+, don't I? That's beautiful, man. I think we found out recently that probes are fully robotic. So that was some robot love. You love to see it. Forge, of course, right? I saw a forge right here for Vincent. Yeah. He loves painting the map in all kinds of funny shapes. He's gonna start dealing some damage on the other side of the map. That probe, after that makeout session, is not quite done yet. Defensive photon cannon comes up out of Vincent. What is this going to achieve, Vincent? Like, I don't know. It wouldn't even stop a zealot. Like, if a zealot would go to town over here, that photon cannon's out of range. In the meantime, Le Bonnet right here has decided, well, I wanted to be max specs and go for my low ground expansion and all that, right? basically have the control of max packs, to say the least. I'm gonna now make a proxy nexus up north instead. Okay. He's thinking about triple expanding, it looks like. Which honestly, against guys that just straight up cannon rush in every game, is not a bad choice. Because when you think about it, what is Vincent's follow-up going to be, right? It's either Dark Templar or Void Race. I think those are really the only options. So, Le Bonnet has a little bit of time right now to just chill. Yeah, if you know you're up against a Forge first, they have to go Gateway, and then Cybercore, and then eventually a Tech Structure, and if they have to go Dark Templar, they have to make the Dark Shrine. It takes forever. And at least in my experience, and this holds true all the way until Grandmaster League, I face against those guys all the time. Maybe a little bit controversial, but most cannon rushers have no idea how to play the game. Like, past the cannon rushing phase, their MMR drops by like 50%. I'm not even joking. I play so many games where I go up against somebody who goes for a cannon rush. They may or may not get slightly ahead from the cannon rush, whatever, right? But then the gameplay that they show on the back of it is literally like 2 leagues down. You have a lot of guys in Grandmaster League that cannon rush me and then play like a Diamond Leaguer for the rest of the game. And no disrespect to Diamond Leaguers, but I'm sure that this is also the case right here for a Gold League cannon rusher. Vincent, he may be decent at the cannon rush, but after the cannon rush is over and it doesn't straight up win him the game, the odds of him, being any better than like maybe high bronze, low silver, I don't think it's very big. Anyways, Le Bonnet over here. What are we doing, by the way, Bonnet? Sorry, I'm busy trash talking cannon rushers here for a moment. What in the world are you doing? Yeah, so of course Vincent is gonna go Void Race. It's really the only natural choice. He opened up the next page in the big Protoss book of cheese and, well, page 1, cannon rush. Page 2, Void Ray follow-up. Everybody knows it. Now we finally go, though, for a bunch of Zealots here, so finally some attacking units will hit the battlefield. But what is that Forge timing, Bonnet? Bonnet may also just be a closeted, like, Forge first kind of guy. Because this is also not very inspiring. Or, you know what? He's a Silver League hero. That Forge timing is throwing me off, because the only reason why you would want to make a Forge here is to go for maybe +1 ground weapons. But that doesn't really make... oh, snap. That doesn't really make any sense. In this, like, situation, especially without charge or something along those lines. Double Stargate straight into Fleet Beacon. You guys, I take it back. He opened up page 3 of the great Protoss Book of Cheese. Page 1, Photon Cannon Rush. Page 2, Void Ray follow-up. Page 3, variations of the Void Ray follow-up. And apparently this is like option 2.17, where you skip you skip the Void Ray altogether, and you go straight into air upgrades, and I guess straight into carriers? I think I like Tempest a lot better here, but I think it's gonna be carriers, because they require far less micro. And I don't think, that would be a bad idea. Another Nexus here building for Bonnet. Bonnet is remaking a lot of probes. He, for some reason, recalled basically everything towards this base. Not exactly sure. Oh, you know what? These Zealots, though, are actually gonna do a lot of damage. What? No, what? Did they just attack the one Zealot here, their friend, for just a moment? Why are we going after the photon cannons, though? Oh no, Vincent. Or Bonnet, rather. Ah, jeez. Well, now a Void Ray still starts up. Turns out page 2 may have been better than page 3 and option 2.17. There's the Fleet Beacon. But he doesn't have a lot of money here. Okay. Alright. Void Ray will spawn eventually. I think one safety Void Ray would have at the very least been a good choice. Jeez. He just shows it to his opponent. Bonnet over here. Shaking in his boots. Yeah. Well, I don't think he saw, though. That's the question, right? Like, did he actually notice that his opponent fired up a carrier? There's a good chance he did not. At this point, Bonnet does have a lot more bases than his opponent. Theoretically speaking, that should also result in a lot more income. We're talking, about a 7 probe difference at this point, which is not bad. Problem is he gonna spend his money as well, right? Is he gonna spend it on the correct units? Because carriers do require a specific approach. I think he wants to go into Blink. I really hope this is for Blink. If it's for charge, he's super dead. Bonnet, 150 gas, 150 minerals. We're there. Oh, what? Well, that's the last thing I expected. I expected it to be either Tempest or carriers, but not Tempest and carriers. No! It's charge. He didn't see. He didn't see. So he had about, I want to say, 30 seconds of vision of the biggest phallus-shaped object coming out of the Stargate. And he didn't see. Oh. These games are not good for my blood pressure. Cortisol levels at a very high level. Ah, you know what? He's going charge, but he's prioritizing stalkers, which is another interesting choice right here for Bonnet. Maybe it's okay. Because you know what? Vincent is still somebody who... Yeah, look at him. Opens up Blind Forge first in the worst position ever, and then puts a photon over there, and then cannon rushes up. This is not the hallmark of a great StarCraft player. So there's still a good chance that even though I don't really like Bonnet's decision making here very much, can we just warp in? Yeah, there you go. I think he should still be okay. Assuming he attacks though. That's a big assumption. Because if he does not, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. He's got a lot more income at this point, but he's also got a lot of money in the bank. Yeah, this attack is actually good. I mean, it's not great, but it's good enough. Oh, well, I mean, a little bit of micro would go a very long way. Can we... Do we have a battery overcharge? Bonnet? Vincent? What are we... Oh, jeez. Please tell me it's because he didn't have... No, he had energy. His macro was pretty good on that natural nexus, okay? But I don't think he's got the main base hotkeyed or something. I'm not sure what's going on. He could have battery overcharged and saved everything. But instead he decided, no. I'm not doing it. In the meantime, yeah. Stalker warping. So we didn't make charge, by the way, but we didn't make a single zealot anymore. So we rushed out the charge upgrade, quote-unquote rushed, and then decided, no, I'm not gonna make any zealots anymore. I actually think it's the right call here in this game to not make zealots. I'm just, you know, criticizing the idea of going for charge in the first place, because that seemed a bit funky. But ultimately, making stalkers here is about 10 times better. Okay. Vincent, what are we doing now, mate? Because we're up to 3,000 resources in the bank, and it looks like you're AFK. He's literally AFK. Hold up right now. This is Vincent's point of view. This is his camera. Vincent! Maybe dinner is ready or something. Oh my god, does he actually come back? No way, Vincent. Vincent! He's not doing anything! Does he wake up now? He literally left! Another hallmark of a blind cannon rusher. He's just gone. The man had an average actions of, well, I guess 1 per 3 seconds throughout this game. 69 average APM, by the way, for Bonnet. You love to see it. Did he ever get that blink upgrade? No, he didn't. Oh my god. No way, dude. Vincent actually just left the PC. So I think that means that Bonnet is gonna be killing everything here. Luckily for him, he's not going up against the Protoss who's expanded all over the map because of Proxy Nexus. That's on page 4 of the Great Protoss Book of Cheese, but there it is. It's Bonnet who obtains the victory. Hey, if you enjoyed watching this video, even though it may have been a little frustrating, make sure you hit that like button down below. It really does help. Thank you.